Well, both presidential candidates, Kamala Harris and Donald Trump, are looking to capitalize on star power and pop culture moments as they push ahead to November's election. And while politics were first and foremost at this week's Democratic National Convention, there was also no shortage of celebrity appearances and performances. Here's a few highlights. So for more on this, I want to bring in Marc Malkin. He is a senior culture and events editor at Variety. Thank you so much for joining us. Since we showed all that singing and stuff, I think I want to start off by talking about the music. I was on a train heading back down to New York when the delegates were, when all the different... I felt like I was at a dance party. It was the closest thing to a club that I had been to in a long, long time. And of course, there's Beyonce, whose music was basically the theme for the DNC. I want to play a little bit of Harris walking out to that song. So Rolling Stone actually reported that Beyonce threatened to cease and desist after Trump's campaign spokesperson used the very same song, because it's so good, in a now deleted social media video. Meanwhile, when it comes to the Trump campaign, Jason Aldean and Kid Rock appeared at the RNC. Can you talk to me about the impact of music on both of these campaigns?
Listen, every campaign from the beginning of time they've been using music, but it's really at the forefront this year. You have someone like Donald Trump who, does have some music people supporting him. Like you said, Kid Rock, Jason Aldean, Kid Rock performing at the RNC. But whether you're a Democrat or a Republican, you got to admit the DNC put on the best music party ever. That Lil Jon surprise during the roll calls will never be done the same way after the DNC turned it into a full-fledged dance party.
I know. I kept on saying, was it like this last time? I don't remember it being like this. So speaking of that moment, that became one of many viral moments when Lil Jon came out, attracted a lot of attention, and then was repeated over and over and over again. Let's remind everyone.
Yeah! Ladies and gentlemen, we are here tonight to officially nominate Kamala Harris for president. Bob, get loud, another round of shots. DNC, turn out for what?
Perfect for a Friday. I'm into it. And, it was also the RNC. You had Hulk Hogan, ripping off his shirt. And if you are a wrestling fan, that was kind of like a signature move of his. These are moments designed to go viral. The campaigns are getting it, that there's a lot of free publicity out there to be had.
Listen, the conventions don't just happen in prime time. Yes, we may be watching it in prime time, but talk to anyone. They go on their phone. This morning, on my phone, it is all about the DNC convention. When the RNC was happening, my whole phone, my feeds and all my social media were all about the RNC. So both parties know that they need these moments to keep the momentum. Everyone talks about the momentum. Can Kamala Harris keep this momentum of, the last month or so? Part of that momentum is viral moments and social media, no doubt.
Right. Recently, Donald Trump has been appearing on podcasts with influencers, including Logan Paul and Theo Vaughn. Meanwhile, more than 200 content creators or influencers, whatever you want to call them, were invited to the DNC. And since Harris became a candidate, we've really seen a mobilization of support for her on social media. When looking at the landscape of 2024, what has the impact of these influencers been compared to maybe traditional media? And I guess also the question is, and maybe we won't know, but can all of this actually translate into votes?
That is the big question. does all of this.
Yeah.
Does a viral moment translate into votes? Does a celebrity coming on stage translate into votes? It's a really hard thing. I think most people, you say to them, oh, your favorite celebrity has endorsed this candidate. Are you going to vote for them now? I think a lot of people would be hesitant to admit it if they were following a celebrity, but there is the power of the celebrity. If anything, like I said, the momentum to have the conversation, to keep going, to keep Kamala, to keep Trump in the zeitgeist. So does it translate to votes? That's a hard thing to say because, you know, these viral moments are just so out there. I don't know if someone is saying, oh my God, you know, Kamala Harris said she's demure. She said she's mindful. She's going to get the vote. Yes, I had to bring.
Listen, just before we go, I'm going to squeeze in one more thing because this was not designed to be a viral moment. But when I look at, you know, the definition of pop culture, it doesn't always mean celebrity. But Gus Walls became a moment, right? And then I saw influencers sort of piggybacking on that, not just to talk about what they saw, but to talk about the impact it had on them, that maybe, you know, that they have always been told that men should not be emotional. And suddenly I saw this whole conversation erupt away from politics, but that also benefits the campaign.
And these are the moments, you know, listen, I've been doing this a while. I know about these viral moments. This is a viral moment that no one could have planned.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as someone does say to you, let's do this because it's going to go viral, don't do it. That's the whole, it goes against being viral. The Gus moment is nothing that the campaigns could have planned for. And it turned into such a beautiful, organic, viral moment. You're talking politics, you're talking pop culture, you're talking about, obviously, Tim Walz being this family man. And this is exactly what the DNC wants.
Yeah, couldn't have scripted it. Marc Malkin, thank you very much.
You got it.